Good stuff.
It does take a little bit of time to copy it. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, I had my
Appreciate you doing that.
No problem.
I can't believe the quality that you got there.
The camera.
It's
does,
like watching a real movie.
My camera does excellent quality, provided that you record at the high level. I just did a bat mitzvah last weekend.
A bat mitzvah?
A bat mitzvah.
That's the woman?
Yeah, that's the female Judaic indoctrination thing.
Now I want
My
you to
friend
do a
Oliver's daughter.
quinceañera.
Oh, quinceañera. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Latino.
Mexican, yeah.
That's right. Never done that one.
And the Greek festival. You have a Greek festival around here?
I think we do.
It'd be fun too. Get some cultural stuff.
Yeah. Talk about pressure though, doing a bat mitzvah.
Oh,
you know, 'cause you
yeah.
don't want to fuck that video up, boy.
Never hear the end of it.
That's goddamn right. Goddamn right.
And they tell all their friends.
That's
too.
right. It was a disaster. Did you see? They fucked that whole thing up.
Their whole life. Their
That's right.
whole life
Yeah.
is going to be ruined.
52 years ago, when that little prick shot that video,
It's still fucked up.
Look,
I
I
tell
gotta show you. I still can't believe it.
it was a dark day.
Families never recovered.
Carrying the Torah, you had to focus on certain things like carrying the Torah.
Okay, because that's a big.
Do you
That's a
remember
big
hearing the
thing.
shugana?
No. A mitzvah though. Mitzvah's quite a common phrase.
Or what does that mean?
It's a
Miss-
mitzvah. It's like it's a good luck kind of thing.
That's exactly right.
Oh.
It's a.
You know what Meshuggah is?
Meshuggah is not good.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh, Meshuggah, okay.
It's crazy.
A mitzvah. It's like it was meant to be. It was meant to
Well,
happen.
it's like bar mitzvah.
I
Is
think
it the
that
same word?
No, it's the same word, but I don't think its usage is the same. The mitzvah is like a gift.
A gift of a good fortune. thing.
Yeah, serendipitous
There you go,
happening.
serendipitous.
Something like this. You know, it's when let's say
Like
you're
all the parking places, it's a mitzvah.
right. You lock your keys out of your apartment, and you walk out the front door and realize, holy shit, I left the keys in the apartment. And you turn to your left, and there's a locksmith. And it's a mitzvah. You know,
Okay.
it was a gift that you were here. You know, this kind of.
Yeah. You really got that voice down.
Not much difference
What you
between,
got?
not much
The joys
difference.
of Yiddish.
I saw that book in there.
And
The
actually,
joys
there's
of
not
Yiddish.
much difference between the
Mazel tov.
Jewish and the Slavic kind of suffering.
Very true.
Yeah.
Well, the Russians were all Slavs,
Yeah.
right? So the Russian Slavs, a lot of Jews in the former Soviet Union, and I wonder if Dad has what? Oh, by the way, what was his religion? What was he baptized?
Catholic.
He was baptized Catholic.
Catholic, yeah.
That's unusual. It's not Greek, but he wasn't baptized Greek Orthodox.
No, Catholic. That's the more interior of the country.
Greek Orthodox.
Yeah.
Okay. Serbians, for example.
Exactly.
Okay. I bought that actually to help me understand Bupkis.
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 You've got
Yeah,
bupkis.
Bupkis. And the literal translation is goat turds. That's what it translates to.
What does?
Bupkis.
Bupkis?
Yeah, what do you got? He gave me bupkis, I got bupkis. And so it's great because it translates very well because the Yiddish won't when they've been wrong, they want you to know how wrong they've been. So not only did you have nothing, you had really something that was worse than nothing. You had goat turds. You got given goat turds. You know?
And not
the
even
word for
real
that?
big cow
Not
turds.
even.
You got little bitty goat turds.
I love that phrase. That is so funny. I like the Yiddish language. There's something.
And if somebody has wronged you irretrievably, that's probably just a smear of a turd.
turd smear.
What is kibosh?
Oh, kibosh.
Kibosh.
Put the kibosh on that.
That's right. That's right. Kibosh is.
No, it's kibosh. My gosh.
What's it translate to?
Well.
Suppress?
Yeah, look at this.
Basically, to suppress something.
Nonsense. Bosh. When used as a noun, this was 19th century. To put the kibosh on, which is the way the word is used today, means to arrange things so that something will not occur. To put an end to something, to jinx it so that it'll fail to take place.
Yeah. Undermine it. Systematically
Spoil,
undermine it.
impair, squelch. His
Purposely.
decision
But
put the
kai-
kibosh on all our hopes and plans.
Kibosh. You just don't hear it that way here.
You hear ka. You hear kibosh.
To rhyme with my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
So we're
right.
just
That's
wrong.
just a phonetic guide that they're adding
Oh,
there.
we say, my gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
The Irish in us do, or the Scottish do. Oh my
There's a lot of
gosh.
German in Yiddish. A lot of German and Hebrew. Well, it's just basically German and Hebrew combined. It's a ghetto language, basically. It was a language of the Jewish ghettos.
And what's the word for the Gentiles that they say?
Goy. Or
Yeah.
something like that. Goy.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I buyer a Jewish-owned company. I worked there for 7 years, and they have a lot of Jewish people, so I have a lot of Jewish friends. I love that language.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I brought home a book from Minnesota, and it's called How to Talk Minnesotan.
Minnesotan.
And believe me, there is a real culture there.
It's
that is distinctly
Canadian-ish, Canadian-ish, American-ish.
Yeah, there's some Nordish stuff there, you know, there's a lot of Johanssons and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that goes coming down from the Canada. And it talks about the cultures and the rituals that they have.
Yeah.
Like the boy, she raised her grandson and he just recently graduated from high school. And there's a certain thing they do in their culture, and every family that has a graduating one, they put on a spread, and the families go from home to home to home to home, and you usually gift the person. You know, every home that you go to, everybody's gifting that person with certain things, but there's a certain protocol about the foods and what you accept and what you don't accept, and the kinds of things you have to go through before you actually get out of the house.
And these
They'll
are
say,
these are
can I give you some of this? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly.
Yeah.
No, you gotta have a little bit. Well, I
Yeah.
really don't want, you know, it's the rituals that you have to go through, and then finally, well, I guess if it would be going bad if I didn't do it. And it's a fun book, just a fun book.
I remember.
And they really do talk that way.
The word was shiksa, was the feminine, the feminine of shegeth, or sheketh, a non-Jewish woman, especially a young one. It's used on occasion by Orthodox Jews. A Jewish woman who is not Orthodox, pious, or observing and does not keep a kosher household. She's
It's like a
shiksa.
backslider.
A shiksa.
Shiksa.
Yeah.
Shiksa.
And
Yeah.
Houdini's wife was a shiksa.
She was
Because Houdini's mother was Jewish, and she didn't like
Houdini marrying a.
yeah, and she called her a shiksa.
Like she was born Jewish but didn't act it.
Well, she was born Jewish?
I don't know.
A shiksa would be a non-Jew,
Non-Jew.
isn't it?
Oh, I thought you said it was a Jew.
No, a non-Jewish
Oh,
woman,
non-Jew,
especially
okay.
a young one.
Okay.
That is one profoundly judgmental religion, boy, let me tell you.
Remember, we used to live up the street from Myrna Jacobs and Milt Jacobs.
Moina and Milton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and they wanted to fix me up with somebody, but it couldn't be somebody Jewish. You know, so they would try
Yeah.
to arrange me with somebody at their house at a dinner or something. Very awkward.
Yeah.
Very, very awkward. But they were
They-
just so nice.
They take their religion very, very seriously.
Yeah, and they wouldn't think of mixing. They didn't want to mix the blood, you know?
Unless they're, yeah, and the secondary option is that they will just barely consider as the conversion option.
Oh, yeah, and I would
If
think
you
you
convert.
could convert, and that's better than nothing.
That's
You know, but it will never be anywhere near as good as someone who has crossed Egypt. You know, you haven't suffered.
That's right. You don't know what 2,000 years of suffering.
That's right. You don't know for nothing.
And they pass the Torah. They have a whole procedure where they hand the Torah from the. Let's see. The girl's name was Yasmin Peled. My friend's name is Offer Peled. I've worked with.
Oh, yeah.
Offer, great guy. He's got his daughter finally had her bat mitzvah. So his grandfather, Offer's mother, Daria's mother, Daria's brother. Are all standing on stage, and Daria and Offer are all standing on stage, and the Torah is taken out of a enclosure. It was kind of like a tabernacle type thing, taken out and handed to the eldest. Was handed to, I don't know if there's really an ordering to the way they stood.
There probably was.
There probably was one. You're right.
Yeah,
And it was handed to the last person, and they passed it on, and little Yasmin, so tiny, she held this huge Torah, and then had to walk through the crowd, and there was singing and dancing going on. It's really, I was envious as hell.
Yeah,
I think it was
That
an honor
ritual,
that
my
they had
God.
you be doing the filming.
There's a lot of comfort in a ritual.
They're goddamn right. And a lot of community
Yes,
too.
a belonging.
A belonging thing. We did a little bit of it when we were younger at St. Paul's, but boy, I had a rebellious streak inside of me and rebelled against that ritual a lot. And I did some dumb stuff back then. I did that whole little episode with the fire extinguisher.
What did you do?
No.
We went a little cuckoo.
They-
We went a
Please
little
tell
cuckoo.
me
You
the
know, to
only
be
one-
honest, can't really explain the origins of the anger. Can you help me with that?
I didn't know about the anger part of that.
Well, what else would motivate me to go?
Well, that was
Oh,
something
you
probably
like
a
and,
that?
transferred
and Ricky
anger.
Guerrero.
That's right.
You guys got.
And Tom Roach, I think, was.
Oh, I'm sure Tom
Yeah.
probably had something to do with that. You probably got.
We all got
You
it,
just got in. You weren't really that supervised, which
Yeah.
you should have been.
but we got into a bit of a kind of a frenzy.
Yeah,
It-
and
we-
then they just played off each other, and then
Yeah,
they started
then-
onto the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, then we took a
So
fire.
what did you do with them?
We just aimed the fire extinguisher in a room and discharged it. I think we aimed it at a bookshelf, I believe.
And what
that's
came
about
out? Like foamy stuff?
No, it was the powdery stuff. The
Uh-huh.
powdery stuff came out. And it made a real mess of the place. And we're knocking books out. And it was just horrible. It was horrible. It was
Oh, I
a
didn't
really-
see
So
the
you
mess.
went on a little rampage.
It was a rant. It was a
And you were the
rampage.
only one that got nailed for that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
And then
Ricky-
they wouldn't let him
They
get
wouldn't let him be
confirmation.
confirmed. They wouldn't let him be confirmed, and Ricky Guerrero
I've
got
never heard of a
confirmed,
church,
and Tom
though-
Roach got confirmed, and I always thought that was really crappy. And that really got me to not go back to them anymore. So I thought, yes, you shouldn't have been doing what you were doing, but you were not supervised. You guys were really not supervised.
I think what happened was they sent somebody to come over and visit after that, didn't they? They sent a priest
yeah,
over.
Father Big Shot.
Father Fuckhead or whatever his
Yeah.
name was, and Dad didn't want to kiss ass, and
So that was it.
that's really it.
If Dad had kissed ass, you
If
would
he
have
kissed ass,
confirmed.
that's correct. I did something completely stupid. It was dumb. It was one of those things you can't justify. No fucking way to justify it. It was a
You
dumb.
may not be able to justify it, but I think it's wrong of a church to withhold a right from you as a punishment.
Yeah.
You know, I really can't see that. You know, anything else, you know, okay, you gotta do this, you gotta do the service, you gotta do whatever. But to withhold, you know, a ritual from you,
A sacrament from
a
you.
sacrament from
Yeah.
you, I can't justify that, no matter what you did. I mean, even if you were a convicted murderer, you would be given last rites, you would be given sacraments.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
it
wrong
Yeah.
to
was
me.
not fair.
It's just wrong to me.
And that was.
So you did
So that was
something
the-
stupid.
that was the
You
end
would
of all
not have been the
rituals.
only
Yeah.
Catholic boy that ever did anything stupid.
True. True.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
We also grew up in a Catholic school.
There were no fire extinguisher.
No, but I put dirt in Sister Helena's pockets.
Good for you.
They started here and they went all the way down to the ground. You know, they're just unaware. And then they run, Sister Helena. Fire! No, weighted
No,
the
weighted
water.
down. She was weighted down. So I was thinking about this religious ritual, or the absence
Yeah.
of them, when watching
When
the
watching
the
that.
bat mitzvah. It's really
But that was a
something.
happy one.
Oh, it was great. It was absolutely great. They had a party at the end, and they lift them up, and you know,
Lift the person up.
lift the person up on a chair, and they Hava Nagila, all this kind of stuff, and then they had a lot of candle lightings, a lot of throwing of things, little baskets of dried flowers, little flower stems or little flower buds are kind of thrown.
Oh.
Nice.
Lots of chanting,
Uh-huh.
lots of testimonials from friends reading a little story about
What would that
the.
do for a kid's self-esteem?
That's exactly right. That's exactly
yeah.
right. Yeah,
That
exactly.
you have made a rite of
Very
passage.
helpful.
Yeah.
And everybody
Oh
in
yeah,
your
and of
community
belonging and support and acceptance.
Yeah, it's huge.
You know.
Fucking huge. Shapes your character, you know, all that kind of stuff. Well, she's
Yeah.
just a remark. That family is just ridiculously intelligent. Offer got
See,
got
I
a
think
master's
that's so
from
neat
Cambridge.
that they had you
His sister
filmer.
is a nuclear physicist. She does the magnetic resonance imaging machines. She builds, designs,
Wow.
works on them. Just like brainiacs. And I just came across Offer in 90, 1991, right at the same time right at the beginning of that cross-country motorcycle trip is when I met him. And I came, because I worked at PG&E for a little contract, and then I took the trip, and then when I came back, I eventually went back to PG&E. But we've been friends like that ever since. And it just happens to have a classically Jewish family, you know.
Is he Jewish too?
He is Jewish, and his wife Dari is Jewish. And he was born in, his father's born in Israel, and he was born in Holland, and then eventually moved back to Israel. And they go back to Israel all the time, and I always get worried whenever they go back to Israel, all that crazy shit going on back there.
You bet.
You never know what kind of garbage is going to
Lots of things I'd like to see, but too afraid to.
I would love to go to Israel. I'd love to go to Tel Aviv and Haifa and all those places. It's a beautiful country.
I'd like to see Lourdes. I would love to see Lourdes.
Now, where is that?
It's in France. That's in France, you know, but with the grotto and with the millions of crutches at the back.
Oh, wow.
You know, with the. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. And Medjugorje. Would you like to see that?
Medjugorje.
Medjugorje, what's that?
It's in Yugoslavia. It's a place where the Blessed Virgin Mary was supposed to have appeared to two farm girls.
Oh. Okay.
Neda actually got.
Was one of them?
No. Neda actually got Zhivko to go with her to go to Medjugorje.
He convinced her.
She convinced him to go with her.
Oh, okay.
And was there ever any feedback on that?
You know, you'd hear from Zhivko something like,
I don't believe that stuff.
Couldn't get through the filter.
Who's in the house now?
huh?
Who's in the house in Chara? Who lives in the house?
I guess Zhivko does.
Shivko still lives in it.
I guess so, yeah.
I'd like to see that house again.
Janey said they put another floor on.
Oh, that's the house down in
That's the one in
Zavala.
Zavalatica. That's the
Oh.
one down. They have one in the main town, and then they have a home in the
Valley,
inlet.
In the valley.
In the
Where
valley.
did you guys used to live when you went there?
We lived in the valley.
70, the one up.
No, in 1970 we were up in the one in town, in Chara. Marco built that. He
Yeah,
built
that's
that
the
in
one I
town.
meant.
Okay, Zhivko lives there.
I didn't realize there were two houses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
the one
realize
in
it.
the lodges is the one that we built later on. And that's the one that Zhivko owns half, we own half. And, so we sold our half, so Zhivko, I guess, still has his half. And then they built another level on top, and that's where the restaurant is.
Yeah, that's
Restaurant Albert.
right. Restaurant Albert is what they call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people have to go upstairs to go to a restaurant?
Actually, the way this is built, the house, the street
Right,
level.
street
is-
level.
The
Oh.
top is, it'd be right on street level, and the house is actually down on
Lower.
the hillside.
Smart.
Yeah.
Shivko's a smart guy, you know. Very sharp businessman, and his sons are. Well, Bebo's a real smart one. Bebo's
Gambler.
he's a gambler.
Yeah.
He's Shivko Jr. With a little more risk,
Yeah.
you know.
So would you consider them rich in that country?
No. I don't think so.
If you know, Mom,
You've got a restaurant.
restaurants are monstrous cost sinks.
I would think so.
Cost sink.
Yeah, money pit.
Money pit.
Okay.
You want to lose money, open a restaurant. So the probability is there you can buy.
And especially
That's more likely.
that's only open probably during the tourist
Right.
season.
And so their revenue shoots up during the tourist season, but then it goes down. And that bell curve, they flatten it out to live for the rest of the year. So they're not making, they're probably not making that much.
Right, right.
So the bagel still gets.
Oh,
by
so you
that.
got a season.
You got a
Oh,
season,
yeah.
big
What
time.
happens in the off season? What's your weather?
That's
You
it.
all the nuts you packed, little squirrel. You got to go pull them out. You know?
You make your money during the.
Is it like snow?
Oh, no.
No, not like that. It's
And
just
it
an
could
absence of
snow.
Germans
It's
and
very
absence
cold, but.
It is cold?
Yeah, it's cold during the winter, and it can snow.
No shit.
Yeah, it can.
I've never
snow
been there,
No,
so-
no, but I've seen pictures of it where it can snow, but it can, usually coastal, it just gets real cold, windy, rainy, and, they still tend to, there's nothing to do in the fields, but they still have, vegetable gardens or whatever they do. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, they don't have
They don't do a
commercial
lot.
grape crops anymore, do they?
Yeah.
Do they? And so do they sell the grapes and
Yeah.
harvest them and
Yeah, yeah.
make Jarsky push it?
You should, the pudrum is, been all, updated down in, in the Vineyard Valley.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that.
That's the winery.
Yeah, but I
The
haven't
one-
seen it in
Oh,
like
okay.
a million years.
I don't know if they have the actual pictures of
Didn't see the
it.
copy.
No, it just went off, but it's still loading.
Did they put eyeshadow on you in the store?
No, I did this morning.
I like it.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do?
I did. Until we got in the light here.
Until I was able to see it.
You look
I
like a
thought-
freak show.
Clown.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you look great. No, you look great.
Oh, Circus Trick Rouge! Or Circus Freak Rouge!
Homie the Clown Red. Homie the Clown Red Rouge. Lordy day.
So you tarted up today? I'm trying to remember who I heard that said that.
Tarred it up?
Tarted up. It
What,
was
like
tart.
retarded up?
No,
No,
tart.
like tart, like an
Like a
English
woman-
tart.
Oh, tarted
Tarts
up.
and Vickers, tarts and Vickers. You know, like
Hussy!
the
That's how you
Bridget,
hussied it up.
what's that Bridget Jones' Diary? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well, you know when they had the play or the costume thing outside, the tarts and Vickers?
No, I don't think I remember that.
Well, it turned out she was the only tart. Okay, somebody told her it was, you know, an afternoon, like an afternoon tea party, and
Yeah.
everybody was tarts or Vickers.
Right.
So you're a priest or a tramp. Or
Nothing
more.
but priest and
No,
one
but
tramp.
everybody was in like costume, like dinner costume.
Oh, horrible.
I know.
She comes in looking like a
She's
hooker.
pulling down the skirt, trying to blend. It couldn't happen.
That would be really mean to do something like that to somebody.
Well, they had 2 movies, didn't they?
Yeah.
They made a second one. The
Yeah,
first
what
one was a big
was-
moneymaker. Hugh Jackman, I think, was in it, right?
No, Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant was in it. Okay.
Hugh Grant and Colin Firth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin Firth. He plays in a lot of these. Well, he plays in a lot of Shakespearean kind of.
You know what's a great movie to see, Tony? The Illusionist.
I saw it.
Did you see
Yeah,
it?
I
Did
saw
you
it
love
at the Balboa. Eisenstein, right? Is
I
the name.
loved it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful love story. Number
Uh-huh.
one. 2, really good acting.
Uh-huh.
And I've always liked Ed Norton to begin with. He's
I love Ed.
a super
Oh,
duper
yeah.
actor. Great script. What's his name? Paul Giamatti, who plays
Paul
the.
Giamatti was fabulous in it. Who played the mean fiance? What was that man's name?
Oh, that guy's name, Rufus Sewell.
Is that his
Rufus
name?
Sewell is his name.
Boy, he
Yeah.
was just a hateful character, but he played it so
Yeah,
well.
he played Alexander, or what?
Oh,
What was it? What was a Russian? He played like a
Like a
Russian
Russian
prince,
Tsar.
a Russian czar, or something,
Yeah.
something like this. Yeah, and the outbursts that he had were this is good acting. I
Yeah.
thought that, so I thought the performances were really good
oh, the performance
to begin
is
with, and
great.
the script was excellent, and had the love story part of it. You gotta love
And it
that.
kept me guessing.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know until the end, you know, what was going to happen.
Yeah, how
I was already depressed, you know.
he basically, this guy is a turn of the century illusionist
Mhm.
who, as a young kid, falls in love with a girl. He gets separated from the girl. The girl is of a higher stature, social stature than he is. As he gets older, the girl becomes a woman and is taken into the home and family of the Russian Tsar, basically, a young Russian Tsar. And the young Russian Tsar says, "You're going to be my wife." And the illusionist doesn't like this, naturally. He's in love with the girl. And so he fabricates a magic trick to make her disappear.
And to make things happen in such a way that that man will not come after her. Because if that other
That's
man
right.
wasn't taken care of, she would never be free, no matter where they tried to go.
That's right.
He would find and destroy and kill.
Yeah. And the magic trick is of such a convincing nature and executed so perfectly that the Russian Tsar guy is convinced she has disappeared and eventually has a complete mental breakdown and commits suicide. And the guy's a real monstrous prick, so the script is written in such a way that you're sympathetic to the illusionist for having induced the suicide in the Tsar's guy. Because usually when something like that happens,
Well, you know that there was no other escape for her.
there was no. She was treated horribly, and
Mm-hmm.
well, I mean, the performances make you make you suspend disbelief that you're watching fiction
Wow.
and believe in it, and that's the hallmark of a good movie.
Like just before they disappeared, Ed Norton was on the stage, sitting down on the stage like this, and the man comes in to arrest him, and he's going to arrest him and take him and kill him.
Yes.
But when they go up on the stage to get him, the hand goes right through him.
Ah,
He's
I
not
love
really
that.
there. That was an illusion.
That's
You
right.
know,
Oh my
and
God.
that took my breath
That
away. That
was
was so
beautiful.
impossible.
Yeah.
It was
I'll
fabulous.
have to go see that.
You're gonna have a lot of fun
yes.
with it, Mom. It's a fun movie. It's a dark, but there's this brooding love story, deep love story, and the illusionist Norton, as a boy, is absolutely heartbroken that he couldn't make himself and his young love disappear.
And he tried.
And he tried so hard to make the two of them disappear because the families of the girl, being of a higher stature, did not want her consorting with this
Yeah, right.
young strunz.
But she truly loved him.
She loved him, and he had his first major failure. He was unable to make himself disappear. His magic failed him. And so you just feel that the duration of his life, the arc of his life, is just an attempt to somehow basically
Recover.
fix it, to fix that. And there's something beautiful about that, And
Yeah,
I like Norton. Norton's a killer
I
actor.
do too.
He's a fantastic actor. Everything he touches turns to gold. Fight Club was awesome. American History
Fight
X
Club.
was
American History X.
frightening film.
Profoundly disturbing,
Yeah.
but phenomenally excellent.
Yeah.
The job that he did in it.
To make you, he makes you feel this violent neo-Nazi anger, this kind of just bottomless
Bottomless of
viciousness.
what that was like in an American family dealing with that, and he had his turnaround in prison. He became friends with the black guy in prison.
Yeah.
Remember? So he turned his thinking.
Yes, exactly.
He turned his thinking, but when he went back home, too late, the younger brother,
and
Eddie
adopted that
Furlong.
lifestyle. Edwin Furlong.
yeah, he was gung-ho, wanted to be just like his older brother,
his big
with
brother.
that white supremacist Nazi hate,
Yeah.
Mentality, and too late.
It's a story
Brother
about
tried to
how
save
hate
him.
really gets passed on from generation to generation.
Yes. Yeah, so it was a very important movie, but,
He gained 30 pounds for that
and
film.
Red Dragon,
Red.
remember in Red Dragon, he was the investigator?
Oh
he was the
yeah. Is he the
policeman.
one? He didn't get his skull.
No,
capped,
he was, no, that was Ray Liotta.
Oh yeah. Right,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
No.
And he's okay, you could eat his brains, but Ed Norton must live.
And he did live.
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember his role, his character so much.
Oh, his character was wonderful in that. It was a totally different.
You know why?
thing.
Because I did not like Red Dragon as a movie. I didn't. I tuned out when I first started watching it because there was something about it. It just didn't feel like something better than Silence of the Lambs, and so I missed some of it.
It was almost like a whole different movie, not connected to that.
What was a prequel? Really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then there was Manhunter after that.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like something Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, and then Mindhunter. But
Francis
I thought
Dollarhide.
Mindhunter came first.
it did in real life.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
that's
in
right.
in the movies, it was the third one made. So
Really?
they did a prequel and then the before the prequel.
Yes,
Like
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So if you saw it in the sense that it wasn't even the same part of the same series, that was a good standalone movie.
And
But Norton did a
The
great job.
Manhunter wasn't that William Peterson who does?
Yeah, that's right. He played the cop.
CSI, right?
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, I did watch that on TV. I saw
That
that
was
on
the
TV.
one that Ed Norton did with Richard Gere. Where
Oh
he played
yeah. Justice. Where he played.
Final Justice, no,
He played a deceptive young killer.
with split personality.
Oh, I know who you're talking about
You know what
now.
I mean,
Oh,
that
was that
one?
like he killed the priest?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
Priest.
man, that was spooky. That was
It was
fucking.
He
such-
talked with a stutter and
Yeah.
all this kind of
Yes.
stuff.
He was.
Convincing.
He was scary.
And you realize that he's just a liar.
That's just what you wanted me to say.
You realize this guy is a liar.
And that he had Richard Gere convinced.
That's right, and that it's a commentary that how one can be duped, by a good liar. He's a liar basically.
And he had duped everyone. The psychiatrist, who
Yeah.
had interviewed
Yeah,
him,
I
and
remember. I
the
saw that.
attorney,
What
and
was the name of it? I don't remember what that was.
trying to remember.
Oh,
but I remember
that's
how
what
it
Internet
started
Movie
out.
Database
I
is all
remember
about.
that movie. I saw it on TV. And that's gonna be this thing.
Wait, your nipple was attached to that.
Ah! Ew! Ew! I'm so glad you had us come over today, Tony.
Good to see you guys. Hopefully.
It's so nice.
There's Eddie.
Oh, I gotta come see my guy. Oh yeah, you're looking up the movies that he did?
Primal Fear?
Primal Fear, that's
pretty
it.
sure that's it.
That was his first film.
Was it?
Yeah, he was.
Then he did The People vs. Larry Flint.
I didn't see that.
He played a lawyer.
Did you see that?
I did see that movie. That's with
Courtney
Woody
Love.
Harrelson and Courtney
Love.
Love. Exactly.
But did you like it?
Not really.
Okay.
It was
I'm
a
not
good movie, but it wasn't. It didn't.
Well,
wasn't
tell me
re-
his other movies.
Yeah. Rounders.
Didn't see it.
The card playing movie
Okay, with Matt
with
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Okay.
Love that movie. American History X.
Yes.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
And then we get Keeping the Faith.
I saw it. I've got it.
I never saw this.
That was an interesting one.
Let's see.
That was with Dharma and Greg Girl.
Okay, Jenna.
Jenna
Yeah,
Elfman,
Jenna
exactly.
Elfman.
Catch Her in the Eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thriller?
It's a short. Looks like it's just a short, not a production release movie. The Score. Remember that
Oh,
one
yes.
with De Niro
Yes.
and
One of the more recent ones.
Brando?
Yeah,
One of Brando's last movies.
yeah. Brando liked him too.
And Norton's he's just good.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, you know. So
We're
we
gonna
got one.
see more of him.
We have one more over here.
See that? That's what happens. You do this in the office and rooms away you hear people laughing.
It gets to you on
Really?
a certain level. It's just nice.
Yeah, and there's nothing quite like it.
No, it's not. It's not a bad sound at all. It's
Tell me one more time the name of the company.
Bibelo, let's go look it up.
Bit.
BIBELOTSHOP.com. BibeloShop.com.
Okay. Death to Smoochie, Frida. He plays Nelson Rockefeller in Frida. Red
I
Dragon.
saw Freedom, yeah.
25th Hour. That's a Spike Lee movie, I think.
I
Wasn't it?
didn't see that.
That was a super duper good movie. I love that one. The Italian Job. Kingdom of Heaven. Down in the Valley.
Wow.
The Illusionist. And he's got 3 here.
Three
New
coming
one.
up?
3 coming up.
Tell me their names.
The Painted Veil.
Okay.
Pride and Glory, and Motherless Brooklyn.
Okay, good.
Okay, so tell me that name again now.
BIBE. This is the last time, Tony.
B-I-B-E.
BIBELOTSHOP.com.
Wow.
And go to toys,
Let's see, gifts.
gifts, novelties. There should be a search field on where you get some.
Halloween, Bath and Body, Bibelot's birthday books,
There. Big
children.
Lot Shop. Is there?
I'm in the shop here.
Okay.
Oh, just for fun. I like this one.
Oh, there's some
There's
wonderful.
a
things.
clock. Just
Whatever. I
whatever.
almost
All
bought
the
that one.
numbers are on the floor then. Clock and whatever.
I love that one. Look at time flies.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
That's wonderful.
I like the bookshelves with the people pushing them. Oh, nifty. The novelty store. Basically. Where is the magical wand over these? We're getting down to the last pages. Well, it must not be in this category.
Okay.
Halloween.
Children?
Stuffed animal. Oh, you're close.
If that's a more manly one for you. Meteor storm.
Meteor storm. Well, I don't think I see.
No more pages?
No more pages.
And there was nowhere you could write in a search field?
Oh, pokey, pokey. Oh, search.
Magic wand. I'll just send you the email. I got the product number. Or mini wand.
I just typed in
I
wand.
think it was mini wand.
Mini wand.
Uh-huh.
Look, it's this.
Search engine activate.
Yeah.
Now nice.
Gifts? Did you do gifts?
Just for fun? Okay, that's
And you
when,
did children.
desktop
How
books,
about Bibelots? See where it says Bibelots?
up one more
There
there.
we go. I never religiously feeling this stuff.
Ornaments.
There are a lot of fun
I
things
know a
there.
gal who really liked it. There's a gal who works at Market who's in the accounting department.
You know what? Did you write Bibelot? You wrote Bibelot shops. Let's try it with just Bibelot, without the shops.
No,
Without, yeah.
Like that right there?
Is it going?
No, I just wanted to
Okay.
confirm that's the right URL there.
Because I didn't remember that one page, but yeah, this is different.
Is this Bibilot?
Yeah, this is the one. See where it says Bibelot shop? The third one down?
This one?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now you guys gotta navigate this one. I don't know how you found what you found.
visual arts, arts and people, toys and games.
Research.
Yeah, but this is for shopping.com. We've already made another magic wheel. Magic wheel. Amy Cooper. Handcrafted magic wand. Magic wand. Magic wand
That one.
massager. It was a massager.
I had that one before and I've looked for it since, and that was the best one I've ever had. I haven't found it anywhere else. No, it's going back.
Honoring the goddess.
Can't do that. at the shopping for everything there.
You guys do coffee?
I wouldn't, don't care for any
I don't
Okay.
drink coffee.
Can you find it?
I didn't find it yet.
Those are my idea of the perfect dessert though.
Yeah, just
You
the
know,
right size.
yeah, not a lot to it, not having.
And it's gone.
That's right. Poof. This is the pantheon of cool cards. You know, that one will be up there forever. I love that one.
It is a sweet little magic wands. Whimsical alley.
Damn.
That's not it. Don't try to fool me. I have to find the number. I know I've seen it.
You actually saw it online?
Yeah, I think I did.
They're searching for magic
Wiccan and
wands.
pagan altar tools and supplies.
Wickers and
Wiccan.
Wiccan.
yeah, Wiccan. That's a whole category of.
Oh,
Witches.
you're gonna, no, this will get the FBI on you. I
No,
need
we
that
don't
out
want
of here.
That's the last thing your business is me.
Well, I'm just not finding it here. Fine art, it's not that.
You can do it.
Oh.
That's there somewhere.
It's kind of it. More related searches.
Children?
I'll try the children.
Catalogs change all the time. They could have just
They
taken it out of
do.
their catalog.
Like they just may not be showing that one,
Or this season they might not be shipping it.
right?
But the vendor that originally manufactured it, I'm sure they're willing to share with you what the name of the vendor is that originally did show it.
Well, I could order it. I just ordered 20 of them. These things are fun. Those Ann Taylor painter. She's got wonderful art. I meant to bring one of those books to
That
show
looks like
you.
movie star Anne Blythe.
She uses like pictures from the 20s or
Yeah.
50s and 40s and 30s and puts her little own words on them, and some of them are hysterical.
Carrot, last I'm 40. Yippee skippy.
Yes. It's not going. It's
So I'm riding down from the top of the Golden Gate Bridge, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where you go down the Sausalito.
Mm-hmm.
handlebar starts shaking like it's gonna fucking fall off. So,
You had your toolkit.
no, I didn't.
Ah.
That was the problem. This screw got loose. So the handlebar is broken. So I didn't have a tool. And so luckily there was a bike shop in Sausalito, and I bought one of these little deals. Of course, it cost me $14. I didn't know I was gonna need it. Put it in there and get tight. That's your Allen wrench set. Keep it tight, tight. My bike. That's my wheel. I did one for now. Great. The native San Franciscan dies in grizzly bicycle wreck.
I wouldn't have known where to pick up your body pieces.
Just the same places you went. I've got extra ones. I'm just gonna send you one, Tony. I'll also send you the email. I took it to work and a woman came by and she's gonna send away for one for everybody that's attending her daughter's birthday party. And they're going to love them. They're gonna hear that noise all over the place.
Where's it coming from? There it is again.
And she hit me. She hit me.
What's that a picture of behind the froggy over here on this side?
That is on the right of it. That's a French town, I think.
Oh, is it? It's beautiful.
Did you go to France?
No. That's Marie Clément.
The one who painted?
The one who painted. She went back and visited her homeland.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is. Reminds me of Yugoslavia, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty. I've never seen that, but look at the way the colors are. The blues and that's so warm. I'm thinking about getting one of those clocks, Tony. I loved that. That's a retirement clock.
Yeah, whatever.
I tell you, when I come home on a Friday night after a really draining week, first thing I do is take off my watch. I don't want to wear a time clock.
Oh yeah, that's
I want
right.
to get up when I get up and go to bed when I go to bed. And
Do you turn your phone off?
that would be smart.
That's another one too. You want to
That's
prevent
very
yourself
good.
from getting woken up.
Yes.
Turn that thing off.
Well,
I do.
you know, I miss my kids' phone calls, and they're on Virginia time and Manhattan time, you know, so there's really small windows where we can really connect. So I tell them they can call me anytime.
You just give them the phone number, your cell phone number to people, and tell them that's your emergency number. Only call me in emergencies to that number. And then your house phone, you know, when I want to be guaranteed of having a good sleep on a Sunday morning, that thing goes off. Turn the fucking thing off,
Yeah, turn it off,
you know.
not be there. And that's a real pleasure, be able to sleep in and not have to worry.
Yeah. I will unplug my phone on weekday mornings. Kathy likes to call sometimes a little too early.
Let's go
It doesn't know. It doesn't bother me, but that's another thing that's been bothering him. It just doesn't like anything.
The disturbances.
He doesn't like anything that takes.
But he's 85, you know, he's
Crotchety.
he can be
He's got a little
crotchety.
bit more crotchety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think when you get to that age, you think, I'm gonna say what I want.
You don't give a shit anymore.
Don't
right?
like it? Fuck you. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, because all that filtration, that adding those layers onto what you say takes energy.
I
They're
have
little
different
lies.
approaches now than I used to have when I was like 20, 30 years younger.
You know how
At work, things that I would keep to myself, you know, now I'll just come right out and say.
Yeah.
If it's, you know, instead of worrying about is this politically, you know, correct? Is somebody gonna think I'm trying to get somebody else fired? Or, you know, I think this is a good idea, maybe they don't wanna hear it. You know, now I will say, and there's a lot of freedom in that, I like that.
I remember this at the table, he was trying to understand about where Jeff was, and it actually told him a couple of times, but he still didn't quite get.
No, and he doesn't have my kids really straight who they are.
I know. Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah, he thought she had another
Two
daughter.
daughters,
Like,
it's okay.
told him twice that Jeff was in Virginia with the dad, but he still.
Well, Virginia sounds like the girl's name too, you know.
Yeah. He's getting really old.
Yeah, and he hasn't seen me for ages.
I think about him a lot. You know, I think about his age and his passing on a lot. You know, what are you gonna?
I think he'll live a long time there because his mother did, and his uncle, of course, did. His dad didn't, but He's got his mother's genes on that.
Well, his mother lived until.
She was 91 or something like
No,
that.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah,
Did
she did.
she met 91.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that Baba Yaka?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was 91. Her dad died.
And your dad has real
87.
certain habits. He's very, very much a creature of habit.
He's good eating.
You know, with this
I
diet,
am, you know, I really admire him. You know, that there's something dumb about old age. I don't know if I can really say this without sounding like an
Oh,
asshole here,
absolutely.
but there's something dumb about it. You know, in this, in so far as you're just gritting out,
Yeah.
just surviving. You know.
You're not taking me.
I'd be right if I have to live to 700. You know, this kind of thing.
Something like that.
You know,
Tell
something
me
like
about
that. But that as I learn more about myself, I realize I have quite a bit of that inside of me too. You know,
it. Yeah, everybody does.
we all do. That's
We
right.
all
Well, and I don't know what it feels like to be 85, but I know that at 60, you know, I feel creaky, you know, but the mind feels like 20 or 30. You know, it's really. old
You got
hippies
it.
don't
You
know
got
they
it.
got old. I don't.
You got it. She
Well, it would help if I wasn't sitting at my desk until like 8 o'clock at night.
And she was there till 1 o'clock in the
1:30.
morning she was supposed to come Friday night, but had a report that had to get out, and she didn't leave the office until 1 o'clock in the morning, so we just talked earlier and told her.
It's not that late usually, but it is usually like 7. 7, 8 is not unusual.
What time do you get in?
9 is when I start.
What do you do there?
I'm a business planning analyst,
Big job.
budget,
Budget.
number crunching,
Big job.
math.
You got the bikes. Let's.
She's got a good job.
Yeah, it's a good job and real good benefits, you know, but it's too much sitting at the desk.
Can you find a way to? I don't want to sound preachy. Lord
That's
knows
okay.
if somebody were to preach, you know.
It's okay.
Because if you start that, well, I'll start out the dentist. People need to the dentist.
That's right.
Well, we all have things.
We all have things.
We all have things, you know, but I know I really need to
Dr. Stanley,
get
California.
get out
and
more.
Locust, right down the street from AG Ferrari.
In fact, we're
Good.
heading that way now,
Yeah.
Tony. And
Deep breaths.
if you have pliers, I can help you out.
We got a little battle and we clean them up good.
Do you remember coming after me with the babysitter one time with the pliers? You don't remember that then. Okay, you were young. I was even younger, and we had a babysitter, and I had a loose tooth. You know, and you guys were going to help me.
No,
And they chased me, and they put me in the bathroom sink, and they came in with the pliers, and I'm sure they were kidding.
Of course.
You know, I'm sure.
But you were pooping your pants.
Freaked beyond compare. And Daddy would be the one to actually do the real thing about the tying the string around the
yes,
tooth.
he would do that.
He
Put
would
it on
tug
the
it?
doorknob, slam the door.
Yeah, he would do that.
You know,
Just to goof around with you?
No, to pull the tooth.
To really,
to
it
pull
would-
the tooth.
You know,
Tony.
the tooth would be hanging on by a
You know, when you're a
Okay.
kid.
tiny thread.
Okay.
That's when he would do it. He wouldn't do anything really mean like, but if it was hanging on by a very thread, and actually when he cut the door, you
And
don't
I
even
think
feel
thread is a relative term.
Yeah, it was
you
a
know.
big road. It was a big road.
I'm thinking sinews and muscles.
Oh,
Oh, gross.
Don't pull my tooth.
No. It would only do that when there was like a little tiny piece of flesh left on, hanging. The tooth was actually wiggling in the wind, and it would be more trouble keeping it in your mouth than actually taking it out.
Never had that.
I have fear. I have great fear.
Yes.
Don't hurt me.
And Dr. Stanley has never hurt me. He never tried to make me feel. I told him when I first started going to him, I hadn't been to the dentist for a while, and I needed one. And I said, whatever you can do to not trigger shame, in me, would be greatly appreciated. And he never ever tried to make me feel guilty about not doing, not having done something. Whatever. He was just always really positive, and he's just a real
That's what made the
artist.
difference for
Made
me.
a big difference.
When I left home living with Mom and Dad for a long time, I didn't go to the dentist at all.
Because we had the dentist from hell.
Oh, dentist
Dr.
from
Bernice
hell.
Pun.
We had great fear.
Pun.
Bernice Pun.
She lived in Chinatown.
In
probably.
Chinatown. We'd go in,
Oh.
and my
Hi,
hands
guys.
would be like that. you know, I'd have a rosary in this hand and another hand here, and I'm sweating. I mean, I could feel beads of sweat going down my sides.
She popped a filling off one of my teeth with a pick, one of these teeth back here. I was in agony. It just killed me. It just hurt so bad.
But I found
Didn't
Dr.
give me no
Longstreth
pain on nothing.
in Modesto. I called around first and I said, I have a huge fear of the dentist, a huge fear. Do you use Novocaine? Do you use nitrous oxide? You know, can you give me a pill or something before I come in? He was the gentlest, kindest man, and we did thousands of dollars worth of dental work when I went to him.
It is
You know, I was in
incredibly
great
expensive, isn't it?
shape. Well, I had
It's really
insurance.
not that
You know,
The
if I
insurance
hadn't had
companies-
insurance, I wouldn't have probably gone.
It's
Your insurance picks up a nickel for these
your
things.
dad's teeth.
Mhm.
That was all very little.
Dad's cash?
Yeah, it was all cash. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was a lot of money, but he didn't have any teeth left down here.
Tell
You
my-
know?
Every one of my friends, I never ever let it pass. I never let it pass without mentioning that he had done that at that age.
Yeah.
It was after 80, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was 80. He just had a
When
couple
he
of
did
years
implants?
ago. Yeah.
But
Yes,
he
sir.
went through some pain.
You
He
know,
went through
he
for-
was not that bad off. It hurt him. He said it really only hurt like the first couple of days.
No, I'm talking about the pain prior to the getting the teeth.
Oh, the worn down, not
Yeah, the
being able
worn
to go
down.
to the
Went
knee.
down, yeah.
Years of that.
He needed to have
15 or
that.
20
He
years of that.
He had very short teeth to begin with. He had very short teeth.
But he always ground his teeth as
He
a
always ground
part of
his-
anxiety.
Yeah, he always grounded.
He ground them down.
Yeah,
He had regular
ground
sized
He was
teeth.
a
And he
grinder.
would
He's a
eat,
grinder.
he would eat nuts and stuff and grind, break them in his teeth. I mean, that's just, you can't do that shit anymore. Now he'll cut the corn off the top before he'll eat it, but he'll still eat the corn. and
He
that's
has one of the most amazing diets I've ever seen of
He
anybody.
does.
Well, he's gonna have.
I gotta
to
tell
eat
you
more
what he was
vegetables.
drinking
Why
when
do
I
you
ate
eat more
dinner with
vegetables? He's
him.
not eating already?
Well, we just had a blood test drawn on him, just because he wanted to check his blood sugar level and whatever. His blood sugar level's fine. His LDL is
Low density
cholesterol.
lipoproteins?
Yeah, that's the bad cholesterol. That's
Yeah.
a little high. So he needs to eat more vegetables. He doesn't like to eat vegetables.